What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking a look at my Hybrid Saiyans Extreme Super Battle Road no item run here. We are obviously using the Tech Ultimate Gohan as our leader. So he is going to be providing 170% to stats, but then only 130% to HP. So our HP pool overall is actually pretty low. So that is the main thing that we will struggle with here in this Super Battle Road stage, you'll see. Another thing to consider is that we don't have a lot of active skills or ways to heal. We do have the AGL Kid Gohan on the team, though, for that. So we might be able to see him pop his active skill and then give us some nice healing off of that. So the way that we are going to try and have the rotation set up, we are going to want the AGL Gotenks on rotation with one of the Ultimate Gohans. Wow, and we're getting a level 3 dodge right out the gate there, which is super helpful, because this Gohan definitely does need a turn or two to build up his defense before he is untouchable, right? So that was a very good way to start. But yeah, the AGL Gotenks is someone we're going to want to have on rotation, because he's going to be an amazing stunning unit for us. He's going to be providing so much defensive support, essentially, because he's going to be stunning all the enemies, so we won't have to take attacks. We've got actually quite a bit of support on this team, because the AGL Gohan, or Goten and Trunks there, they are providing 40% attack and defense to Goku's family or Vegeta's family units, and everyone on this team pretty much is on Goku's family. So they are going to be giving support there, and then the high school Gohan is also a support unit as well. And he's going to be pretty good defensively on his own because he has 58% damage reduction, so he will be a nice floater for us. And he also does have a stun chance, so we may be seeing a stun or two from him as well. So this is going to be a very, very solid rotation for us, because the AGL Kid Gohan is providing some passive support for the rest of the rotation, and these two Ultimate Gohans obviously link amazingly together, and they're both going to be guarding attacks frequently, as well as putting out a ton of damage. So this is certainly going to be our strongest rotation. It was a bit unfortunate that our AGL Gotenks was in the 7th slot there, which means we're not seeing him until the 3rd turn. So we have had to scrape through the first 2 turns without him. Luckily, we haven't taken really any super attacks, just the one there. But it looks like we were fully prepared for it because this is a very strong defensive rotation. I'm not surprised that we were able to tank it there. If any unit is going to be getting super attack throughout these runs, I'm going to want it to be the Tech Ultimate Gohan for sure. He is definitely the best defensive unit that we've got. So here now we finally have our rotations set up, because we have the AGL Gotenks on rotation with the Tech Ultimate Gohan. And then the 2 Ultimate Gohans linked up on the other rotation. So here I think I'm just debating who is the best for me to attack. Looks like I'm going Fasha there, which makes sense because this AGL Gotenks is going to be stunning lots of people, and he has an AoE, so he's gonna be attacking everyone. It makes the most sense for me to attack the enemy that has the most HP. There's actually a possibility, depending on how many additionals the AGL Gotenks gets, that we could take out all the enemies here. But obviously that's going to be the most possible if we focus down Videl a little bit here first. Or, I'm sorry, not Videl, but Fasha. I just finished recording the Pepe Gal's Super Battle Road run, so I was saying Videl a lot. Okay, and then we get really lucky there. We are able to stun Videl, which is the most important, because Gotenks is being attacked by her, and he has type disadvantage against her, so it's the best that he got a stun off against Fasha there. And then we also stunned Shugesh, so we only had to take the 1 attack from Mr. Borgos there. Or that's not Borgos, Tora. Sorry, I'm getting all of my Team Bardock members confused today. Alright, so we're rocking 380k defense. We are definitely sitting pretty. And it looks like Ultimate Gohan's not going to have to take any attacks in this first slot either, because both of those enemies are stunned at the moment, thanks to Goat Tanks. I don't think that these enemies have enough HP left to survive this turn either. Especially because that happened. With that additional super attack, yeah, we are definitely going to finish off this fight right here on this turn, which is good, because that means going into the next fight, we will have AGL Gotenks there right away to be able to stun enemies out the gate. We definitely want to try and have him on turn 1 of the fights, because that's when you're going to have the most enemies alive, the most potential for super attacks to hit and everything. So it's definitely good to have him out turn 1. Could allow us to get a solid start and stun an enemy and then potentially kill them before they ever get to attack a single time. So there is a whole plethora of attacks right there up at the front. So there is a chance we take some super attacks right away. That is definitely not what I wanted to see with the AGL Gotenks being here. I wanted a lot of the attacks to be later in the turn, just so that he could stun first and then we wouldn't have to take the attacks at all. I am also really hoping that he's able to stun Nappa, because we've got a lot of AGL around, and with him being tech, I am definitely nervous about taking super attacks from him. Luckily, we have already taken 2 super attacks on Ultimate Gohan. It's a little unfortunate because the enemies could just be stunned here and then we wouldn't have to take them at all, but that means we're guaranteed to not take the super attacks later. The only enemy that hasn't super attacked is the one that I'm the most worried about, though, which is the Nappa here, but then we are able to stun him. So there we go, 2 out of 3 enemies stunned, and there are no more attacks coming from Vegeta this turn, so we are safe. And then, AGL Gohan is able to get a stun as well. So all 3 enemies are stunned right now. Seems good. Go Hybrid Saiyans. This team is absolutely overpowered. So yeah, we have nothing to worry about this rotation. It's just going to be selecting as many type orbs as possible to get as much healing back, and then dishing out as much damage as we can, because the enemies are all stunned up. Unfortunately, we don't have any more chances to stun on this turn, so we won't be able to keep those stun chains going. We are going to have to deal with fresh, unstunned enemies starting at the beginning of the next turn. But we are chipping them down nicely. Unfortunately, no additional super there. They could have taken out Raditz. So it looks like we're finally going to start deleting some enemies from the field. The Raditz and Vegeta's HP is getting quite low there, so that's good. And it looks like Vegeta is going to be attacking quite a few times at the end there, too. That is definitely not what I want to see. So I think we focused everything on him this turn, just to make sure that the High School Gohan was not going to have to take any attacks from Vegeta. Because even though he's got all the damage reduction, he still has type disadvantage, and if he gets supered there, I imagine that could still hurt quite a bit. So we get a lucky additional super there, which helped us take out Vegeta, so we definitely don't have to worry about him now. And I imagine that Gotenks should have what it takes to take out Raditz on his own, yeah. And then we're able to stun Nappa. So again, AGL Gotenks makes it so that we are completely safe. And now we have nothing to worry about. We're not going to be taking any more damage. And he might as well, just keep going. Just keep doing supers. Keep putting out more damage for us. Thank you. Love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, man. So good. And then he gets stunned again there. So he got stunned 3 times in a row by the AGL Gotenks. And then 2 more times by the High School Gohan. I think it would be a really cool mechanic if stuns stacked. So if he were then stunned for the next 5 turns because of that. But obviously that would make it way too easy to chain stun an enemy into oblivion, and then they would never be able to attack you. But yeah, definitely interesting. Or maybe if it was like each unit could only stun them for 1 turn, but then if multiple units stunned the same enemy, then they would stack. So basically it'd be a two turn stun for what the AGL Gotenks did, and then a 3rd turn because the high school Gohan was able to stun him as well. That'd be kind of cool. I think that would be a little more balanced. It would make sense to me. That way it basically gives everyone's super attack effect some ability. Because think about it this way, if one enemy, or if one of your... Oh, so we actually transform Ultimate Gohan here, just because we're about to finish off the fight, so we might as well. Just to see the animation. So yeah, if one of your allies was about to attack and defense lower the enemy, and then your next unit attacking also attack and defense lower the enemy, those would stack, and the enemy would be attack and defense lowered multiple times. So I think it makes sense that you should be able to stack those status effects as well. But that is just me. I'm not sure why it was taking me so long to select orbs here. I think maybe I was trying to avoid a Dokkan attack. Which, yeah, was the idea here. That's why I skipped the super attack with Gotenks, in hopes that he would just get an additional super here. But he didn't, so unfortunately we do have to waste the Dokkan attack. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the Dokkan gauge before. I could have probably avoided it. We've been selecting quite a few type orbs throughout the fight. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Generally speaking, you want to save that Dokkan attack for the first phase of the final fight. But here, it took us a little bit of a long time to get through the second fight, so unfortunately we had to waste it here at the end. But at least we know we'll be going into the final fight with full HP. The only worrisome thing, though, is that we don't have AGL Gotenks on rotation. He won't be coming up until the next rotation. But this team in general is very, very strong, so we should be okay here, defense-wise. It would make the most sense to target Broly with everything we've got here. And I believe that is what we're going to do. I wonder if we switch to Paragus? Yeah. Just because the high school Gohan has the stun chance, it makes more sense to try and stun Paragus, because he's not going to take much damage from Broly anyway with type advantage and the damage reduction he's got. And there we go, we get lucky that both super attacks have already been dished out, so we are definitely safe for the rest of the rotation. We should be perfectly fine. And then next turn, we're just going to hope that AGL Gotenks can stun them both for us and make this a free win. I can't imagine how much harder this stage would have been without him. All the stunning that he's given us has been so, so good. Alright, we even get some dodges there. Nice. Not that we really needed it. He's tanking everything for double digits anyway, but... Alright, and we still haven't even gone below 58% HP to see the AGL Gohan's transformation. We haven't done that yet in a single one of these fights, but that's because that's literally all thanks to the AGL Gotenks. I mean, I suppose the tech Ultimate Gohan here has been tanking super attacks left and right, so that's, you know, a combination between that and the AGL Gotenks stunning everybody has just made it where our HP has never really gotten that low. So yeah, we'll see what we're able to do here, if we're able to get some more stuns off. This final phase has so much HP, the Broly especially. And we kind of were targeting Broly first here, which maybe wasn't the smartest. We probably could have targeted Paragus and gotten him out of here, out of our way quicker. But we just opted to go for the Broly first because we've got the a few strong... I mean, we have a few strong STR units to target Broly and a few strong AGL units to target Paragus, so that's kind of the way I wanted to do it. Luckily, we're able to get stuns there on both of them. The AGL Kid Gohan just cleaning up after the Gotenks there. So both enemies are stunned again. So here we go again, another free turn where we have absolutely nothing to worry about. And good thing too, because look at the massive pile of attacks in that first slot there. My goodness. That Broly really wanted to do some attacking. We switched the rotation slightly just to make sure we could get more type orbs, because if you notice, our defense is so high with the Tech Ultimate Gohan that we just fully healed ourselves selecting those type orbs. So here we are perfectly safe. Nothing to worry about at all with these enemies. And we get an additional super attack, which comes in super clutch there for the Ultimate Gohan. It's an additional attack raise for him, and a lot more damage done to Broly. And there we're even able to get another one. So that is going to seal the deal for Broly. He should be completely KO'd at this point. Alright, and it's looking like this is going to be the last turn of the fight here. The Trunks and Goten are going to finish it up. And do they? Almost. Okay, so we just got one small rotation left here. But yeah, so that is the story of Hybrid Saiyan Super Battle Road. Extreme Super Battle Road. Very, very easy. Definitely not that hard. I believe this was my first attempt on it, actually. It was not difficult to get through at all. Too many powerhouses of units to bring. Definitely was an easy clap. So if you guys enjoyed that no item run there, then consider joining and being a part of the Toxic Tribe with a like, comment, and subscribe. We are trying our best to get to 77 subscribers by the end of the 7-year anniversary, so click that red subscribe button. That would help me out a lot. That is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.